Look at that packaging, bruh. Oh my God.
Yeah, I found the speed channel. We needed the speed channel for the season finale, the 2023 finale, the Truck Series finale. There's a lot of finales we got going on tonight. It's the Iron Thunder Racing Network for welcoming you back to another Iron Thunder Racing League Truck Series race here, season number 7. From me, Homestead Miami Speedway here in Miami-Dade County. Now tonight it's the 2023 finale. Some people also call it the Jimmy Buffett Memorial 201. Depends who you ask. I'm calling it the 2023 finale from Homestead Miami Speedway. All right, we can cut. Oh, I need to turn it down. Just making sure my sound quality was coming through, and I realized I started the first part of the stream without any audio, so fun. But like I said, anywho, tonight we have the season finale of the Truck Series. We have the season finale of the Iron Thing Racing League for 2023. As I don't think there's anything currently playing from here till at least January. So there is that. We have that going on. And we're going to a place where championships should be decided here at this fantastic 1.5 mile speedway here in Homestead, Florida. This track opened up in November of 1995, and its exact length is 1.502 miles, with a race distance tonight 134 laps or 201.27 miles. Stage caution tonight will come out at lap number 65, and that is your track facts. Your weather for tonight's event. This was happening almost a little bit over 3 hours ago. The air temp is 79. The track temp's 80. So we got a nice cool track tonight. It's going to continue to go down as the sun is going down here in Homestead, Miami. Partly cloudy. 1% relative humidity, as that hasn't changed in anything I've done. Broadcasted here over the last X amount of months, from GT3 to here in the Truck Series. That number hasn't really changed. And a southeast wind at 1 mile per hour. And they're just finishing up qualifying right now, and we probably should take a look at your points coming into tonight, because this is a very important thing we need to take a look at, as a championship will be decided tonight. It's still up for grabs. It's still able to be won here. There's 16 drivers in the field tonight, but it's a very steep hill that Branden Kloosterhuis has to climb. He is 24 points back coming into tonight. The only other driver who has a chance at winning the 7th season of the Truck Series Championship. Pamatat Singh in third, he moved up a spot. Calvin Sawyer moved up 2 spots. Jerry dropped 3 spots. George moved up 4. And you can see a couple other drivers move down in the standings coming into tonight. But yeah, this is... Hang on, I need to make sure that's... But yeah, this is... Hang on. I just had to make sure that the race chatter was not coming through this headset here for you guys. And it wasn't. But again, this is a very interesting race. It is a championship night tonight, and we have a very interesting starting lineup, and it's a very important starting lineup we need to go over tonight, because this is one of those situations where this said driver needs to try to get as many points as he can, and that's Branden Kloosterhuis. He's your provisional pollster tonight with a 34,193 in his ITRL Discord.gg Chevy Silverado. He will be your pollster tonight. And that was barely a pole. It was by 2 1,000ths of a second here over Dave Madison in second. And third tonight, you'll see Adam Boyles and his Impact brand number 22 with the sim stamp numbers on it. And the wheeling number 48 will be Ryan Pamatat. He's still in a position where he could potentially lose third or could keep third. Who really knows? And fifth tonight will be your championship leader coming into the field tonight in Storm Patterson, and that Skybox NASCAR lane code number 45. Then we see Kevin Hash in his number 03 Silverado starting 6th. And 7th tonight we'll see Kevin Mosier in his number 43 Fanatec AXS Axis number 43 Silverado. And then we see not in the Old Miss scheme tonight, he's in the Company LLC number 35 Silverado. Then we see Trestonat in the Apex Power Sports number 15. And then Matt Quick in his Psychedelic Angry Cat Sip and Shine Racing number 89. A stable in the Iron Thing Racing League. Then we see Chris Gill here, number 46 Sim Magic Silverado. And we see Manning Gregory here in his Island Coastal Lager Toyota Tundra TRD. Brian Mills and then Ray Rittenauer, I think, will be your first truck who did not qualify. Then you're going to see Josh Coley and then Paul Majivka. And then, yeah, I think that's your field. I think we went over your field tonight. So, there is that. That being said, we need to hide that. No, we need to There we go. There we go. We got things figured out here. But we are coming to the green flag for the final time this season. On the initial restart, there's an opportunity for stage cautions and cautions throughout the field tonight. But we get ready to see the iRacing.com hop off of turn number 4 for the initial green one last time in 2023. As the green flag is out, and we are racing here from Homestead Miami Speedway. Here we go into turn number 3. A pretty decent start there for Kloosterhuis as he gets to the high line here, but he has Boyles in that impact brand number 22. Seeing if he can challenge you. This is an all-important bonus point that Branden needs, so as he's going to try to go down there and use a side draft that's not really in these trucks to side draft him. Nothing really happens there, but Boyles will go ahead and get credited with leading lap number 1, taking a also crucial bonus point away from that number 25 machine. Boyles might have an opportunity to slide up here, and he will, but he'll be crossed over off of turn number 2. Giving Kloosterhuis an opportunity here to look on the inside going into 3. Kloosterhuis will send it into 3. Truck will sit pretty well, and when he comes to the line, I think he should be in an okay position to secure himself that much needed bonus point for him to potentially see if he can claw back into that championship chase winning position here. But Kloosterhuis leads lap number 2 and gets that bonus point. He's still going to be challenged here by number 22 machine, looking on inside, but didn't really get to work there, as I think most of these trucks are now going to start migrating to the high line here. As see Patterson trying to make a pass here on Matson into 3. This is not really doing Branden much favors here. Right now he's in a situation where he's gaining at least 2 bonus points for 3, if you want to include leading the most laps. Currently did have the fastest lap of the race, but doesn't have it anymore. So he's gained 3 points on, but each position Storm gains is a situation where he not only is losing ground to him in the running order, he's also losing ground to him in the stage, because the stage caution does pay his points like in real life racing to your chase contenders. So with Storm continuing to move up the field here, moving up to 2nd now, it just only gives him like a 4-point cushion here, and it's just not like enough in that situation to cut into that 24-point gap. But Patterson has moved his way up into 2nd. We do have a little bit of 3-wide action here for a split second, as Boyles looks like he might have gotten into the wall there in 1 and 2. It's going to be side by side between the 48 and the 35 here down the back straightaway, as these two I think are also in a contention to fight for 30 points. So there's a lot of positions here that are still up for grabs. 2 trucks who are competing for the championship. Right now, Pimcat looks like he's going to be able to get out of that battle here for 3rd. Now it moves to a battle for 4th between Matson and Sawyer. Sawyer's going to go ahead and send it into 1 and complete the pass, as it looks like Storm's closing in that back bumper of the 25 machine. And Branden needs to try to hold him off as long as he can to make sure that 45 does not get a bonus point. Any bonus points going to that 45 tonight will be very detrimental in his hopes and dreams of getting that championship, but so far he's doing so good with it. Looking at Boyles here, he's now battling with the 43 machine. This will be a battle for 6 on your screen, as things kind of simmer down for a split second here, as Matson looks like inside of Ott, but he's going to settle right in line here. As Storm again is getting also close to that back bumper of the 25 machine. Both these drivers are taking a look at the bottom lane through 3 and 4. And coming off of 4, it looks like Storm with the drafts can continue to close in here, but he's not getting able to get much to him because he's a dirty air kind of a situation here. But he's also really painting that high line. Like, he's getting really close to the wall there. So there is that. So Storm's just starting a skosh higher than that 25 machine. The 25 is going to also give himself a little bit of a lane here on the bottom there. Not taking so much of that clean air from that 45's nose. Things have started down back half the top 10 there. We were watching. Coley's currently in the battle here with the 46 truck. As Storm now looks a little bit lower here. Was looking higher for the most part in the last couple laps there in 1 and 2. Gets a pretty decent run here, but he's going to lose some time as the run comes from the high line for that 25 machine. See what they do here this time through 3 and 4. And it looks like it's going to be the same thing we see in the last couple laps. Branden running a lane and a half higher than Storm does. And Storm, I think, is going to have a pretty decent run and have an opportunity again to be on the inside of Branden going into 1 and 2. As the 45 really looks low this time. Almost to the white line. They're going to be side by side and equal, but I think the 25 is going to have the advantage off the corner. Branden does have the advantage off the corner here, and it's going to just have to set it up again. It's coming off of 4. See if we can do that yet again. So it might be one of those situations where we're going to have to see one of those like slide job moves. I think that's what's going to have to take here for Storm. And not as good as a run this time off of 4 compared to last time. As 10 laps are completed, and yet again, stage tonight is on lap number 65. And you need to see here how much closer to the wall the 45 machine can get than the 25. I don't know if it's just a preference thing we see here, or what his situation is. But Storm could almost be there on the inside lane if he really wanted to. I think he checked up just a skosh, giving Branden all an opportunity here, not wanting to potentially ruin either one of those races here early on. And this is probably your best opportunity to send her into 1, as Storm does look to the inside. They're going to be side by side here through 1 and 2. Branden staying top, Storm going bottom. Storm, it's going to be pretty equal off of 2, but yeah, I think the high line is going to save Branden, as Branden's using the preferred line through 1 and 2. And as you can see, most drivers are sticking to the bottom there. You can go look a little bit further back through 3 and 4. You can see Pamatet, Sawyer, Matz, and they're all running the bottom here. And Branden's going to have a little bit more of a gap this time through 3 and 4. So it's going to be another couple of laps here for Storm to potentially see if he can complete this pass on him. Do have a battle going on for 8th as Tristan Ott looks high. Gets a little bit of the wall there. Might have been with the potential, I don't know if they actually need contact with the wall or whatnot, but he's going to lose. What position was that? That was 8th to Kevin Hash. Hash moves up there. As Storm does get on the inside of Branden here, this will be a completion for the lead. And this could also play some havoc here for Branden, as that is another bonus point he loses in his quest to potentially upset Storm here. Both drivers are on the wall through 1 and 2. Branden just a half a lane lower. He's able to get a pretty decent run, though. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. These two racing give an opportunity for the 48 machine to close in. Low lane here through 3, and Branden gets right back. So keeping track of those bonus points at home, it's a 2 to it's right now in this situation 14 laps in the race. Branden qualified on the pole, that's 1 bonus point. He currently led a lap and led the most laps so far, so that's going to give him 3 bonus points. But Storm, unfortunately, has the fastest lap of the race and led a lap. So right now it's just a 1 point gain here, and Branden also would only be getting a point in the stage, so he might be gaining right now, based on everything, maybe 5 points. Just not quite enough there. Storm's going to also come through and lead another lap here, as yet again he completes a pass through 3 and 4. So I see a lot of opportunity for Storm down the front straightaway into the corner. He's going to get Branden in the top lane this time, trusting that he can use the bottom lane, potentially slide up and keep the lead here, and he will. Branden had a lane there for the outside, but he's going to take a look on the inside here, so they're going to be side by side going into 3 yet again. Branden in what looks to be the preferred lane through 3 and 4 in the bottom, and he's going to complete the pass on number 45 machine. Slides up, and it looks like it's going to get a little bit tight here off of 4. Both drivers are going to be equal here. Branden back in the lead, number 25 machine. Yeah, again, these two drivers are racing, but here comes the 48 machine. These two better watch out, because that 48 machine is probably one of the faster trucks on the racetrack. Storm is going to be on the inside of the 25, and now the 48 is in this picture. It's not a 3-truck battle for the race lead. 45 goes low. Does the 48 also go low here? He does. Branden's able to keep a pretty decent gap this time through 3 and 4. Storm is going to maintain the pass and keep the lead here. Not going to have much of an advantage though, as the 25 is going to be right on the back bumper. Getting ready to go into 1. Branden backs up a tiny bit to see if he can potentially get himself a run going down the back straightaway yet again. As we have connectivity issues, that's cool. Things are starting to clear up here as Storm's maintaining the lead here down the back straightaway. Hammercat looks on the inside now of this 25 machine. And it looks like Storm's going to keep this lead for a while, as that 25 truck really washed up the track that time. Through 3 and 4. 18 laps in, I think we have our for sure leader for now. As the Val now moves on to second place here. Question is how much tire did potentially some of these 2 of the 3 front runners use here battling each other. As Hammercat's going to go ahead and get around Branden, but they're going to be side by side yet again through 3 and 4. Branden going to go to the bottom lane here, the preferred passing lane. Other Branden, Hammercat's going to use the high line and see if that works for him. And it's going to give him a pretty decent run, but he's going to get into the wall here off of 4. And move Hammercat up to second, Kloosterhuis back to third. Things settle down for the front 3 positions. Hammercat still looks to be the faster truck on the racetrack. Look at things here. Can't really use that lap here when you use this lap upcoming because he's not going to be really battling anyone here. And let's see here. Coming to the line, Storm ran a 34.4, 34.85, so a skosh faster for Storm. Just a hair. So it's not really making many inroads, any gains onto that 45 machine. It's the 48 is actually going to lose a little bit of time down the back straightaway here. Looking at the battle for 6th here, as here comes the L3 machine. Some of you might know him as a super sub. He did race for a couple of races here, I think, for the 89 machine early on here in the chase. He's back in the 03 machine. We saw him last week in the 03. I want to say we saw him at Watkins Glen, his own. The roll on his own machine here. Defending ITRL champion. One, I want to say, was a 5th. Oh, trouble. Trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. And this could be major trouble. As it stemming from potentially Dave Matson, and he was apologizing to a championship contender here in Kloosterhuis. Oh, and that's a huge trouble. I don't know if Dave just thought he was clear. See it from the blimp. And we'll get a far chase and see what really happens here. I don't know. I think the 2 trucks just meet here. Dave is lining up the track. Oh, that's a huge. Man. Like, let's watch this a little bit further back. Because, I mean, Dave's catching. I think Branden might have used his stuff up just a tiny bit. But watch it here. Dave's there. He's going to get a little bit further and further ahead through the corner here. He just sent it up the track, seeing if he can potentially clear it. Wasn't 100% clear. Now he's got his spotter just says, "Nah, you're not clear." What? But that's unfortunate because that takes away a bonus point from Kloosterhuis. So his bonus point situation now, unfortunately, I mean, it's almost back to even here with that 45 machine. So a couple trucks do come off of pit road here early on. Take a look here. They just drove through pit road. So they might be pulling a situation where they're just going to drive through pit road. And then, see here, that's the 3rd place truck. That's Josh Culley. He's spent 8.2 in this box. Kloosterhuis didn't use his fast repair, but he did spend some time in the box, and he's going to maintain on the racetrack what looks to be 4th when we do go back racing here. Yeah, that's a very, very rough situation here for the number 25 machine. having to have that situation happen to him, it's not key, not preferred. Because that's a bonus point he needs here to potentially get him within more points here. So you see another truck go down pit road. I think that's just 33 machine at Cully. He's going back down pit road there. Might have thought better of it. Maxon's also coming back down pit road here. Reason why underneath the caution. But 87, 89 do stay on the racetrack. I'm guessing potentially going to pit when things come back around here. Next time back. So I'm going to assume we're on 2 to green. Really hard to tell. Also, for those of you wondering at home, the Ford machine Paul Majivka has pulled it behind the wall tonight. And he is 5 laps down. And that kind of sucks to see, man. And it had a couple of decent runs there throughout the early part of the season. Fortunately, he's going to call it an early night here from Homestead. So it's a pretty decent first green flag run here. 23 laps. Feeling like it's interesting here. How long can these guys go on fuel? Can they make the next 40 laps they need to make here to make it to the end of the stage? I mean, I heard a number. I don't know if that number was legitimate or not. As a 87, 89 do come down pit road. They did call it. Ray did call the top, but he's on pit road. So those who did think better of it come down pit road, they're gonna probably have the best fuel here to potentially make it to the end of the stage. So, but for the first actual restart tonight, it's gonna be Patterson, Branden Kloosterhuis, Hash, Ott. Boyles, Gregory, Mosier, Mills, your top 10 here. 2 championship contending drivers are going to be restarting the inside lane here. And the 2 guys, we're going to pull up the points real quick again. The 2 guys fighting for third and points are going to be starting back-to-back again. Is the 48 and 35, they have an opportunity here. It's 4-point separation, though, between those 2 for third points. So, I mean, a little bit easier gap to reel in for Sawyer than the 24 his teammate Kloosterhuis needs to reel in. But he's got to find a way around that 48 truck, who looked pretty fast on the long run here. But the iRacing.com pace truck has pulled it off the racetrack. Into the Guy Coast restart zone we go. We're back racing here. 27 laps. 26 laps into tonight's event. Kloosterhuis is an amazing start, and we're going to be 3 wide here, and it's going to be for about 5th. 6th on the racetrack. 4th, 5th, 6th here as it settles down between those 3 trucks. Another truck goes in between the 35 and the 48, so that's just not playing favorites for the 35. The 35 gets loose here off of 4. He saves it. And we say green back out front. The 25 is kind of reeling in that 45 just a skosh. But the 48's looking on the bottom. He did seem to make it look work a little bit better here when the 2 trucks in front of him were racing earlier on. So maybe you can see here it worked early run for him. As he is chasing down that 25 machine yet again, who's also chasing down the 45 machine. But I had to take a guess. We're starting to approach equal here on most laps led, so that's another bonus point taken away from that 25 machine. So it's starting to really become it's numbers are starting to crunch in my head, and he needs something to happen to that 45 machine for him to potentially start clinching. Because the more laps this 45 machine leads, it's more he has to lead to offset him, and it's just not really looking at it, because that 45 truck, like all we've seen all season long, it's been fast. Manning was saying something to Kelvin on the radio. I don't know if DC got typed off a corner, but it's going to be side by side with the 09 again. The 09 who did this kind of, it looked like he had the same run he had at Kloosterhuis earlier. Seeing if he can do it again this time on the 26 machine, man, Gregory. All the way to the bomb, 26 running high. 43 almost gets into the 13 truck there. And it's all back half the 10, top 10, 7th, 8th, 9th on your 10th on your screen here. This 35 truck had his little bit of a moment here. And he's starting to reel it back in. So he said heated tires are a little bit overworn. Nah, we're going to continue the race here. As he goes back in here outside the top 10 here in 10th, 11th. And the back, sorry, he's in the top 10. He did get around the middle. Sorry, well, last checked, 13 truck gets this off before, by the way. He's running 11th. He's now running 10th. By the way, on lap number 30, the 29 and 30, Storm did run his fastest lap, a little bit faster here, as he still has that 25 following him every single move down the racetrack. See if we can get back around him. But in case you are wondering, there's a couple of drivers here who are just running a little bit further off the pack here. 87, 89, 46 are all running the back part of the field here. I don't know if this might be a potential fuel strategy move here, as they're all about a second off of what the leaders, second and a half off what the leaders are running. So it might be a situation where you could be close on fuel here to make the end of the stage here on lap 65. As the 25 is really applying pressure to this 45 machine here, seeing if he can potentially get him to use up his stuff like he did, like the 45 did on the 25 in that first run here. Just the rules are reversed this time as the 25 looks at the bottom lane instead of the top this time. Trying to get as much clean air onto that front of that Silverado he can. As things have started to spread out just a tiny bit here. Habitat's about a half second behind these guys, and it's another half second, and it's almost 7/10 of a second. As Hash, I mean, that's the next real close battle we have on racetrack. The battle for 5th heating up. It's kind of the same gap we got for the battle for the race lead. But what Branden, I think, kind of needs to realize here, he can't really use his stuff up that much. I mean, he has to keep Storm within distance here. I mean, which is what he's done so far in this restart. Now 8 laps into this restart. 9 laps into this restart here. He's keeping within distance. He's keeping within shot. It's still within 0.2 of a second. I mean, it's getting closed down just a little bit here down the front straightaway because he's going to get a little bit better of a run. Has a draft going into 1. And it's going to be a reverse split here. 45 goes bound, 25 stays top. 25 seeing if he can get a run to get to the outside here, but I think he wants to be on the inside going into 3. And it looks like the 45 is defending that move. As it closes up the gap a little bit closer this time. He's gonna lose a little bit of time. It's gonna look like he might get a little bit tight here. Doesn't really look like he gained that much this time into 1, unlike the last time he did. As now here comes the 48. It's a little bit earlier in the run this time. We're now about 10 laps into the run. Here comes the 48 machine. Closed in on the back bumper of the 25. He's going to try and see if he can stick his nose there on the inside of the 25. Nothing happening there. And it might get a little bit tight here off of 4. You're actually going to get loose. Looks like a situation where he might get close to that wall, but instead he's going to get loose off of 4. This is where we've seen things get a little bit more close here on the first one between the 45 and 25. What is about 10 laps into a run. His tires might be approaching that peak passing potential here. And as here comes the 03 on the inside of the 15 machine. This will be a battle for 5th yet again. 03 is going to go ahead and clear him here. And as I was saying, it looks like the inside lane's preferred passing lane in 3 and 4. So move Kevin Hash up a spot here into 5th. And as the gap's starting to increase now between 1st and 2nd and 2nd and 3rd. Like I said, Habitat looked to have a better long run truck. And we're approaching about where we see him start to make a dent into that lead that the 45 and 25 had there in the last run. And it's going to be about 0.3 of a second this time into 1 and 2. 25 goes high. And this also gives an opportunity for the 48 to go low. That's where we've seen our first caution light happen. Driver go low on the 25 truck, trying to complete a pass. And again, actually, this is going to be the preferred line for the 48 machine. 25 is going to have a little bit of better run mid-corner, but it's going to be pretty equal going down the front straightaway here. As these two race, it's going to actually increase the race lead here for Patterson. Goes from about 0.3 to almost 0.6 here through 1 and 2. As we're now side by side for 2nd. Habitat thought about it for a split second, but he thought better of it. He thought he might have been able to clear up to the top, but he couldn't. As again, they'd be side by side into 3 and 4. 25 running really high this time. Gives all opportunity for the 48, whose truck isn't plowing tight off the corner X, because 25, you can see there, just got onto the gas pedal a little bit sooner than the 48. And with doing that, I mean, it just gets tight at a certain point and you can't really do much. This 48 almost looked like he had an opportunity to clear him, but they're still going to be side by side here. And as the gap has for sure doubled, it's almost on its way to tripling here than what it was about 3-4 laps ago. 25, I think, is going to be able to clear the 48 this time. And still withhold that 2nd place. But now he's got 0.6 of a second. He really needs to make up here. He's going to run the bottom line this time for 1 and 2. See how well that does him. And it does him okay. He's going to push you down the back straight away from the 48 machine. And a 3 with no real challenge here this time. Both drivers are going to be able to run the bottom line, no problem. 25 looks like he might have got to the throttle a little bit sooner than the 48 because his truck just walked up just a little bit more than the 48 machine. And his 43 laps have been completed, leaving 22 laps to go on the stage. And right now it's a negative situation here for the 25 machine, as the 45 has been able to gain at least 2, will be 3 with the stage win on the 25 compared to what Branden has. Branden's only gained 2 on him. No, it equals out. No, it might be 4 actually bonus points gained here for Patterson, so he might be looking at a 26, 28 point lead right now, coming to 20 laps to go on the stage. And I mean, he's got 0.7 of a second lead, so it's going to potentially need to take some act. What's happening to the 45 machine? Why is he running so low? I think you're just doing that because he might have been bored. I don't know. It goes from running the wall all the way down the lower part of the back straightaway, so I don't know if there is a split second of an issue there or what, but he's still been able to keep that truck out front, and he didn't lose much time there, so I don't think anything really was wrong with that 45 machine. By the way, Kelvin's starting to close back in here on the 26 machine. This will be a battle for 9th on your screen. Gregory in 9th, Mosier in 10th. And it's opened up to about 0.3 of a second here. Matson, by the way, has worked his way back to 5th here. Gets him around Boyles. Boyles was running about 4th here, and he loses spots to Hash and Matson here with about 19 laps to go on the stage. And he's currently chasing down that 03 machine. Seeing these guys run the bottom, and you can see Boyles run the high line. Being challenged by Coley, who did come down pit road. I don't know if he took tires, if it was fuel, but he did come down pit road here. Actually, I could probably tell you here. It's a matter of second. When he came down pit road, he came down for fuel, so it wasn't wasn't really anything to potentially gain him speed on the racetrack. And as while we were talking about that situation, 48 truck does go ahead and get around the 25 machine, moving him up into second. As he's really been able to use that bottom line and 1 and 2 well. I've seen 3 and 4 work real well for drive setting. Really just hasn't seen 1 and 2 work well. Potentially we are approaching that part of the run where Branden Kloosterhuis seemed to potentially might have used up all of his stuff. So, I mean, we are 20-ish laps into a run now, 21, 22 laps into this run. So it might be in a situation where Kloosterhuis might have used up his stuff and might be having to potentially nurse it here at the end of the stage with 17 laps to go. Question is, how many positions could Kloosterhuis lose here over the next 19 laps? I mean, he's running 34 nines, and we see Hash and Matson running 34 fours. So it's a situation where he could lose another 2 spots here within the next 16 laps. But now the major question I think people are having on their mind right now is, can they make this run here to the end on fuel? There's about 39 laps to make it to the end here the stage when everything came back out racing here. On lap number 20, well, let's say it's 27. 27, 26 when green flag came back out. It's side by side here. For 4th, Matson's going to go ahead and use that bottom line to complete the pass here as he passes the 03 machine up into 4th. So, I mean, it's going to save to 25 just a tiny bit longer here. These two racing each other, but I think it's going to end now as Matson's just going to go ahead and pull away from the 03 machine. As there's some trucks in there going to pit. I want to say that might have been the 22 machine of Boyles. It was the 26 machine of Gregory. Those 2 trucks are going to come down pit road this time by. So they might have realized they don't have enough fuel to make it. Here comes a 22 Pampertet coming down pit road this time too. So it doesn't look like there's enough fuel to make it 40 some laps. And that's good information to know. As Pampertet, Boyles, Gregory, Mills all come down pit road. 25 machine calls out he's going to pit. 09 thinks that he's going to call it coming down pit road. So the green flag pit stop window has opened up here. Oh, the 25 doesn't come down pit road. He's going to stay out a lap. Smart, because the 45 came down pit road. He stayed out, gonna lead him a lap. Wait, that kept. I don't know if he. See, they get 4 sets of tires. Because the speed limit is 45. Speed limit is 45, Dave. That's why I got a speeding penalty. See here, it said 26 truck potentially had an issue. It doesn't look like he has an issue. Just getting back onto the racetrack. So 25 is going to stay out a little bit longer. I don't know if that's a smart move. I mean, he could be hoping for a caution here. And the 03 is also on the racetrack. 1535 are also on the racetrack. And the 43. So those are your 5 trucks on the racetrack who've stayed on the racetrack, been racing hard, and then you got Quick, Gale. Those 2 drivers were sitting in the back part of the pack. And they might be able to make it a little bit longer here. Oh, it looked like the 43 truck was just gonna pull out on the wall there. But he didn't. He was able to keep going. There's coming to 10 laps to go on the stage. Take a look at speeds here. 25 says he's gonna come down pit road. 15's also coming down pit road. Is 35 gonna pit this lap? Not real sure. 25 comes, 03 comes. Storm on the racetrack looks to be through 1 and 2. Seems to be a little bit slower there. What is going on with the 45 machine? Did he not take enough fuel there on his pit stop? Interesting, as this will now be the... It's be interesting now, as it looks like conversation going on between, I think, the 48 and 45 overall teams instead of over their race chat. And I'm just going to make it a great assumption here. The 45 doesn't have enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage. And I think Kloosterhuis needs to realize that here and potentially get around him as soon as it can. It might also now be a situation, maybe potentially Hamatad. I don't know if Hamatad has enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage. I'm not real sure. But Kloosterhuis, I think, taking a look at his time on pit road, 6.6, so he spent a second longer in his pit box. And he also ran longer. Should hopefully be good enough to make it to the end of the stage here. As he's able to get around the 45 machine here. So there's another situation where the points swap again in favor of the 25. And it might be a pretty decent favor here. Not only does the 3 get around the 45, but there's a potential to see the 15 and 35 also close in here on this 45, who has to potentially save fuel to make it to the end of the stage. As there are 6 laps to go on the stage, Matt Quick has pitted. That leaves Chris Gale out front here with 7 laps to go on the stage. My math was wrong. 7 to go on the stage. The question is, how long can Gale make it on field? How hard was he saving? Was he... I know I can save hard sometimes, right? I can save fuel pretty hard. Oversave fuel. I wonder if Gale went with that move. He's trying to see if he can make it to the end of the stage here. Another situation, he'll lose some spots on the racetrack, though. As he... Wait, what happened to Hamatad? It's very interesting. I think the 45 say he might be good on fuel to make it here. So it looks like he's picked up the throttle just a tiny bit. No, he's running 35.2 still. Does really be that much of a difference with some of these guys? The 15 really... I can hear that the 45's cutting it. But even with him cutting it, I mean, he's still maintaining ground here on that 15.35. By the way, Hamatad has a 3.8 second lead here with 5 laps to go on the stage. Question is, can a 2.2 second gap be made up between 35 and 45 to potentially increase positions here at points gained for Kloosterhuis? That's the question. That's what people are probably wondering about at home right now. But it looks like the 45 is running... How could the 35 also be short? Oh no, he took another full second in his pit box. The tires just very interesting, because you'd think the 45 is saving. You know, like you can hear. We'll go on board with him real quick. Going through 1 and 2. We'll hear him potentially cutting the machine off. Yeah, there goes the clutch in. Well, I think it's just enough for the truck to rotate the corner. So, there's that. We do have a battle back here. It's between the 22 and 33. This will be the battle for 7th on the racetrack. As my headset unplugged. Plug itself back in. We're fine. As I don't know if the 22 is trying to pass the 33 or the 33 is trying to pass the 22, but one of those situations is going on the racetrack here as we're coming to 2 laps to go on the stage. Kloosterhuis has not really, he's maintained his ground between the 48 truck. But here comes the issue. He's now got the 03 truck on his back bumper. That is an issue. As right now you have a points buffer. You're gaining 2 more points on Patterson right here. You really need to hope that the 03 doesn't pass you. As they're coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go on the stage. 03 does look high here. 25 goes low. He make it work though with these old tires. I mean, these tires are some 40 laps old. Can he make it on these tires here? I don't really know here. 03 looks a little bit higher here. Still not clear going into 3. But when we do come up turn 4, the green-white flag will be in the air for the 48 machine of Branden Kloosterhuis. I'm pretty sure this is his first stage win of the season. And for second in the stage, it'll be the 25 machine. Kevin Hash will finish 3rd. Patterson, I think, will come home 4th in the stage. Sorry, I will be 5th in the stage. Treston will finish 6th. Matson's a lap junkie for speeding penalty. 7th will Boyles. 8th will go to Coley. 9th, I think, will be Manning Gregory. And 10th will be Kelvin Mosier. So that's our stage. That's our stage. That's our final stage caution of the year. Last one. And it was a pretty exciting finish there for second. Let's go and watch the replay real quick. So Kevin here, I think, gets back onto the throttle better here than Kloosterhuis does. And he gets to the inside. It was a close battle. The caution was out just a skosh. You can see the caution flag waving, right? Yeah, the caution was out well before that. So it was a close finish there for second in the stage. But Kloosterhuis does have a little bit of advantage here. He did gain some points here on the 45 machine. So 45, is he really struggling for fuel? Because he is a second behind. Oh, that almost could have been a 4x to equal out points there. It's gonna take some major issue here in the last stage for Branden to make up ground on that 45 machine points. Like I said, our final stage caution of the year will go to the 48 machine. The 48 machine did win your stage. So there is that. I'm going to take this time here while we're underneath this caution. I think we're going to take a quick little voice break, go grab myself some water, and we'll come right back here. Probably with about, if I had to guess, we're still on 3 degree when we come by. Next time by, maybe we'll see the 2 degree, maybe. I think we're starting with about 65 laps to go on the stage. Just taking a look on things there on that first run. It might be a 2-stopper here to the end of the race, so there is that. So we do need something to pay attention to here for the end of the race. You guys can go ahead and watch these guys pace for a lap or so, and we'll be right back here with my voice hydrated. I hope you guys were able to get yourself some water here to make it here to the last 65 laps in the race here. As the pace lights are off on the iRacing.com pace truck, as we get ready to start the final stage of the 2023 Iron Thunder Racing League season, man. It's been a pretty exciting season, and we had our first repeat champion right now in the Premier Series. The Rush Championship went to Will the Roo. Had our first GT3 season. That went to Eric DePoe. And tonight we're going to determine who is our 7th ITRL Truck Series champion. Can we see our first repeat champion? Can we see a new champion tonight? Interesting things here. But yeah, it's right now looking like potentially a month off of racing here in the Iron Thunder Racing League. I got a couple ideas going on in my mind right now what we could do here, potentially get us January through maybe March. And then get us back into things, because I think we're going to start late March, early April for Premier Series. So there is that. But yet again, the iRacing.com pace truck's lights are off. Branden Kloosterhuis, Hash, Patterson, Ott, Boyles, Mosier, Coley, Gregory, your top 10 on this restart. And it's into the Geico restart zone they go. 48 truck hits the gas pedal here, and it's back racing here. I thought for a split second we're going to be 3 wide going into turn number 1 here in this restart. We are going to be 3 wide here coming off of 2. No, we weren't. 45, I don't think was able to clear him because I think the 25 got a little bit better of a run. As here comes the 35 on the inside of the 25. I haven't really mentioned much about him tonight. It's a 25 truck, runs a little bit high through 3 and 4. Here goes the 03 in the bottom. We're going to be 3 wide. It's about per second. We're going to be 3 wide going to turn number 1. 25, 03, 35. 03 does back out a tiny bit. 35 in the bottom lane here. See if he can move his way up to second place. Slides up the racetrack, does not complete a pass here. Now he's going to fall into the laps of Patterson, his brother Treston here. As Patterson now looks low again. We've seen this a little bit earlier on in the race here between the 45 and the 25. 45's just going to have to sit in line, set it up yet again for turn number 1. Well, these two races gives an opportunity for Branden to pull away here. Branden does have a pretty good long truck there. He's able to play strategy just right. As a 45 was able to get to the inside here of the 25. But we're just going to dip right back in line and probably set him up again and again for turn number 1. Boyles does look on the inside of the 03 here. Doesn't really have a pass to be made there. As the 43 is on the inside of the 15. And as here comes the 33. It's a pretty decent run off the high line down the front straightaway. As Kloosterhuis is still maintaining that second place here, as Patterson didn't really get an opportunity to make a run for it. As we do have a bonus point update, the 25 machine did just run the fastest lap of the race, a 33.2, with a couple zeros after it. So that's a bonus point in his favor. The real issue is he needs to get to the race lead and try to lead some laps here. Looks like it looked like it got a little tail loose there off of 4 for the 25 machines. The 45 does have a run to the inside of the 25 as we start in lap number 75 tonight. Side by side down the back straightaway yet again, and I think the lights are on here at Homestead Miami. It's starting to get a little bit dark out. For those of you wondering what track time it is, it's 5:52. So we're a little bit into almost an hour. We're a little over an hour into tonight's broadcast, almost an hour into tonight's race. As it looks like the 45 is yet again to be... We have a caution. We have a caution. What happened? Let's go to the blip and see what happened. This is Ray right now. Oh, it's the 09 machine. Okay. Oh, this goes even further. The 13, the 43. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Oh, the 13 gets loose. The 43 really has nowhere to go. The 26 is also involved. The 09 again for the second time tonight. Just involved in this. And then Ray and Gale just get involved here at the tail end of this. But again, this just all starts when the 13 truck, it seemed like it was a tricky spot most tonight. He's just getting loose here after 4. Loose. It's a little bit too quick back onto the accelerator pedal. And the 43 really has nowhere to go. And I mean, the 26 I think would have been fine. Missing the 43 here. Oh no, he was going to hit him. But with that kind of really wouldn't have done much. And then here comes, I think Gale was just slowing down just a little bit too slow there. And he's in the back of the 87 machine. As pit stops are happening, they are coming down pit road. I don't think we're seeing tires here. I think it's just a fuel call. As they've used 2, I think, of their 4 total sets they get tonight. I think we'll see. We'll start with the 48 truck. Looks like tires are staying down. We'll look at the 25 truck. 25. Oh no, did the 25 get him? That was close. Well, you can watch this from this camera. Give me a second. Let me rotate it. We'll see here in just a split second how close this was. All right, because this was close. I think the 48 might have got him. Well, no, right there. The 25 had him. I think the 25 had him there. Yeah, the 25 had him. That's an interesting. The 25 had the 48 there. Oh, 3 stayed out, so there is that. Again, the 25 machine beat the 48 off of pit road. I mean, that iRacing, you need to get that correct. You need to fix that, man. Put the 25 in front of the 48. I would be irate if I knew that. I know it here in the booth. I know the 25 beat the 48 off of pit road. Currently doesn't mean anything because it's 03 still on the racetrack, taking laps away from both drivers. But I mean, that could be a huge situation because the 25 could be. I mean, it's not really gonna make a difference here because it's just a little bit more fuel in the truck. That's a front row restarting position, high lane. Man. But the lights are off on the iRacing.com official pace truck. As we do have an opportunity here to go back racing here with trying to do quick math. 55 laps to go. It's going to be Hash, Pamatown in the front row. Kloosterhuis, Patterson. Sawyer, Adam Boyles, Treston Ott. Trying to make sure everything is lined up correctly. Treston Ott and Matt Quick, Brian Mills, and then Manning Gregory. Your top 10 on this restart. Yeah, if Kloosterhuis knew the information I knew right now, he'd be irate. He would be like, iRacing, come on. This isn't something the league can go back and review. This is an iRacing thing. Most things when it comes to running position, finishing, whatever on a racetrack is determined by the iRacing.com motorsport simulations official line timing and scoring. So, unfortunately, I could say something to the admin, but there's nothing can be done about it. So, there is that. But the official pace truck's off the racetrack. will be for the last time of the season? We'll find out as Hatch onto the loud pedal as we're back racing here from Homestead. Oh, we are 3 wide this time into turn number 1 as the 45 looks high. As Kloosterhuis is able to get around the 48 machine, this will be a pass for second. He is clear. Oh, 48's loose and a block by the 25 low. Here goes the 25 to the bottom. 48 stays higher. Now we have a bow behind him. As a 35 truck steps out on him just a tiny bit. It's now going to be side by side yet again for second. Looks like Sawyer's able to hang on to his truck. Pamitat works pretty well in the bottom lane here. Gets all the way to the bottom. No problem there. I really hope you can't hear those dogs playing up there. But it's going to be side by side yet again in a 3 and 4. Kloosterhuis can get the run to work off the top. We just haven't really seen the top work this time. But here comes the issue now. There's only one truck separating him and the 45 machine. As he's going to look slow. And a 1. He's going to have a pretty decent run there, but I don't think he's going to have much of a run off the corner. As they're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. He will have the third line into 3 though. So let's see what happens here. Pamitat's running the real high line here. But yet again, it just doesn't look... no, he's going to have a pretty decent run off, right? So that time it works. Running the way high line works. Right? We are starting to pick up on some things for 3 and 4. It's just that intermediate lines don't really work. And we're getting side by side. I don't know, Pamitat might have scraped the wall just a tiny bit there. But through into 3. Still going to be side by side. I mean, we do have some close battles here. It's going to be side by side a little bit further back between Max and Quick. You also have side by side even further back between Colleen and Mosier. While we have side by side battle for second and third, we have now a side by side battle a little bit further on back here. As Matson's trying to see if he can slide up, get into that hole between Ott and Quick. I mean, from that angle, he looked like he could, but he probably was smart that he didn't. So there is that. But I mean, it's now a 3-truck battle here for second. As Patterson now is going back into this party here. Yeah, again, could be using your tires a little bit too soon here. I mean, we've seen the 25 truck have issues. That's here goes the 48 to the bottom now. 25 was able to clear up, but here comes the 48. But now here's the issue. Oh, he gets to the back bumper. 48 trucks loose. He saved it. I thought he was going around. I thought that 48 truck was going on. It's just a light tap. But now moves the battle back to third. As the 45 is going to clear Branden. So that points advantage that Branden kind of was trying to gain a little bit back into kind of just disappeared there. I mean, I think things are starting to equal out right now. No one's set a new fastest lap or anything. Everything's just equal out here. As 87 laps are in the book, we're starting lap number 88, meaning that there's 47 laps to go in the season. There's a battle going a little further on back here. It's going to be between 6 and 7, Sawyer Ott and Josh Coley. Coley looks like he had a preferred line into 3 though. See if he can clear the 35 truck coming off of 3, 4, and he will. Moving him up a spot here. 15 truck gets out of the way. I think he might have gone under the wall there. There is some damage on the left side of his, the right side of his Apex Power Sports machine here. And looks like he might have brushed the wall at some point tonight. As here comes the 13 truck. He's now going to challenge the 35 machine here on the bottom, as there was a pass going on here a little further ahead. 13 does complete his pass here on the 35. Let's see here what's going on with the battle for second now. As this, by the way, about a second behind the 03 machine. Pamitat running low. Can't really see the 45 truck he's battling here. It's behind the scoring pylon. The 45 is able to get to the bottom lane there and not be side by side through 3 and 4. As lap number 90 is completed. 44 laps to go. Coley's now challenging the 09 machine here. It's starting to look to be a battle for 5th here. Coley's going to have the high line, and Matson's just going to be able to fill that hole up real quick there. I mean, he's running a little bit lower than the wall there. You can see the 33 is on the wall, and you can see the 09, which is not on the wall there. I mean, this would be like Matson's kind of running like that old EA Sports games where the AI don't go to the wall. Kind of leaving a hole there, potentially. I mean, probably didn't really have a run there. He could have gone to the outside if he wanted to. But he didn't, because he didn't really have much for a run there. As things start to spread out here, 90 laps in the race. Real quick, let's take a look at the gyro. We're taking a little bit of looks on the onboards here to see how these guys are driving this machine now. As the 33 truck's now still challenging here. The 09 machine. I forgot the spot we're looking at right on the screen. These guys are closing in on the 25 and the 48. I mean, they're closing in. I have the question to ask here. No tires were taken there. Okay. Alright. Yeah, they didn't take tires. That's what we need to know. But now here's the question. How much longer can Hatch run though? He's been on the racetrack for 25 laps, so how much longer does he have on him? As here goes the 33, he's able to complete the pass on 25. Now here comes the 09 on the inside. Last time the 09 was the inside of Kloosterhuis 1 and 2. We had our first accident of the night. And this time, Matson's able to complete the pass with ease. So Kloosterhuis is starting to struggle here a little bit later on this run on the set of tires. As we're about 15 to 16 laps or so on this stint since we had that caution that came down for fuel. As Coley is able to go ahead and complete a pass here, he's moved himself up into 3rd. So he's quietly just came out of nowhere on this run. I don't know if the real question is, did he take tires? Because he looked like he topped off here coming to 1 of green. So I don't know if he took tires or not, so that my data I have on him here on my timing screen is a little askew. So I can't really tell if this 33 truck took tires or not. I'm looking at the speeds he's running. 0.2 of a second quicker than some of these guys. 0.3 of a second quicker. I mean, you could potentially... Nah, I don't think he's on tires. I think he's on equal tires. I don't think that would be any much of a... If he was on pressure tires, I think he would have blown through the field by now. Let's real quick ride with him to see what he's doing here. We ride with the gyro cam. Real quick, we'll take that off your screen. And you get to see the banking there. And listen to that throttle. I mean, you heard a little bit of a bleep there, a loop in that throttle there. And he is closing on the 45 truck right here. Off throttle time. Almost in the wall there. Got tight on him. I mean, if it was on a fresher set of tires, you would see him fight with it. Look at Hash. I mean, he's a lot more off the throttle there, but he's also running the bottom line. So there should be a lot of off-throttle time for him trying to get to the bottom there. Yeah, not really much fighting there. You can see he's putting a lot of wheel input to the left there, trying to get the truck to turn. Let's listen to the 45 truck and watch his wheel. It doesn't point as long as you've seen the 03 machine there in the middle of the corner. So I think it's a little bit more of a fuel load. I think it's a little bit more of a difference there, being able to turn this truck. As Coley's still trying to get through there, you can see it just a skosh loose there through the center of the corner. So Branden Kloosterhuis dropped back 8th, and that's really not helping him. That'll be a much easier approximately 34 laps to go in tonight's event. So now this is where we're getting interesting here. I mean, we did have that caution that came out 22 laps ago, 23 laps ago. So I mean, he did run 10 laps and had, a couple of situations where he's able to save some fuel. But when do we see this 03 make that pit stop? He is on 10 laps less fuel than everyone else in the field. So when does he come down pit road? As Coley is still able to get to the outside here of the 45 machine. It's about for second really heating up. I mean, everything's really close here on this run. I mean, the leader's not 3 seconds ahead here. He's about half a second ahead. And I mean, you can really see the first 6 or so trucks are within about 1.2 seconds here. So things are kind of close on this run. And as Patterson's been able to defend that second position for quite some time here. As the 33 truck's finally able to get to his inside and go to the bottom lane here, clear up in front of the 45. 45 now has an issue here. He's now dealing with the 09 machine. '09 machine going to be side by side with the 45 here into 3. Preferred line into the corner. Move 09 in front of the 45. So 45 starting to lose some spots. Here comes the 03. 33 laps to go in the race. So the question is, can you make 33 laps? That's the question. As our new race leader is Josh Coley. That's new information to know. Josh Coley is your new race leader. As Matson now goes to the lead here. He's able to clear the 33 machine. 33 goes low. Now looking on the inside here. Coley. Matson looks a little bit better through the middle of the corner. Oh, so close to the wall. As Dave Matson has taken over the race lead. Bonus point in his bonus point column. As Coley's going to have to deal here. I'm starting to wonder, maybe if he uses his tires up just a tiny bit too much, they're trying to get through these guys up to second place. That's my question here. Coming to 30 laps to go in the race. Yeah, I mean, these guys have been out there for 25, 26 laps now. So this is going to start. This has got me starting to crunch numbers here. If I'm trying to think of like the A car, the Cup car, and then the B car, the Xfinity Series car. I mean, you might be able to make 31-ish, 32 laps. As the 45 said, hey, we're going to come down pit road this time. We're within 30 laps to go. Maybe we can make it from here. So he's going to come down pit road and be the first one to put on. First one who pitted underneath that last caution and come down and put it in fuel and try to see if he potentially make it here from the end of the race, as no one else has pitted this time by. We'll scratch that. Matt Quick has come down pit road. But now here's the issue for Kloosterhuis. If caution comes out, he might get the wave around. He would get the wave around. Never mind. Don't. Is an issue. He would get a wave around situation because everyone would come down and pit. So there is that, because he's a lap down, some 5.4 behind the 03 machine. So there is that. It's taking like things. Looks like the 13 truck has pitted. The 15 truck is also pitted. So it has the 87 coming down pit road. So 3 more trucks on pit road this time. Question is, how much does this the conglomerate of trucks stay out? Because I think that might have been the 33 truck probably I was going to pit. I want to say if he's slow through 4. So here he is down pit road for what could potentially be his final stop of the 2023 ITRL season. Just a battle for one. It's Hash coming along the high side here. So now here comes issue the 09 pits. Oh, Storm's also pitting. So this is going to start playing a little bit of favor here. Some of these trucks in front of Branden are starting to come down pit road. I mean, Ash is some 10 so seconds behind Coley, who's still in his pit box. He's leaving his pit box now, so he's going to unlap himself now. Right now. So there we go. Not unlap himself. He's already unlapped. So Branden's back on another lap. Everyone should be cycling back through. Boyles, I think it's might have been 2 laps down. Oh, where's Sawyer? Nope, Sawyer's right there. So the race leader's right there. So Coley's now the last car on the lead lap. All right, there we go. We got things going. Matson, Pimtat, Patterson, Mosier are all on pit road. So those are your 4 trucks within that conglomeration there. On pit road, so it looks like the 43 almost had a better launch there. 09 does beat him off. They're going to be side by side here. And it looks like Patterson's able to get in front of Matson. But here's now an interesting situation. Move Branden up in a second on the racetrack when things cycle out. Yeah, things are going to cycle out here in just a split second. Kevin Hash will take over the race lead yet again here on lap 111. So that moves Kloosterhuis here up into second, but the gap's not really much there in his favor. I mean, here's Patterson just a skosh behind him. Let me a skosh, a half second. Well, no, more than a half second, 1.3 behind him. And we're actually on lap 110. Not 111. I thought the lap number was going to change, but the leader at the time was sort of hot, so the lap's going to change this time. Coming to 110 laps completed. Meaning that there's 24 laps to go for the Mamba on this race and on this season. Trying to see if we can find our big loser of that pit cycle, and it might fortunately be Sir who ran a little bit longer. I don't know where he came in relative to where he came out here on this pit stop, but being back here in 13th place isn't really... He's been running a little bit higher up in the field tonight. Kevin Hash, I think, is our biggest winner here, but here's the issue now. He's got... Well, not really. He doesn't have much laps on his tires compared to everyone else. He was able to extend that fuel run longer than you think. And by doing that, I mean he's able to pull out to a 3.5 second lead. Only is on 2 lap older tires. 5 lap compared to Coley and everyone else behind him. And with a 3.2 second lead, I mean, it's not hard to withhold that here over the next 21 laps, 22 laps here. So he's just got to hold that on here, 22 laps, potentially secure his first win of the 2023 season in the Truck Series. I think he had a Premier Series win. I think he won at... Did he win the Premier Series? I'm not real sure. But also that race truck sounded like it was off there. We'll ride around with the lap real quick. That race truck sounded like it was off. He is saving fuel. Branden thinks he's good, but Hash is saving fuel. That's a Kevin Hash thing to do, though. He likes to save fuel. He likes that fuel strategy. So here, they'll cut the clutch in here. And that is something he does there. As Pamitas in a 3-truck battle here. This will be for 5th, 6th, and 7th here on your scoring sheet. As we're coming to 20 laps still on the season. Hamatat's right in the bottom group, Matt's in the middle. You can see a little bit higher group there for Mosier. But he's just going to fall in line there as, unfortunately, Branden's been caught here by the 45 machine. And that'll move him up to 2nd place, does Patterson go. And with 20 laps to go, that might be the dagger. As now he's battling with Coley here for 3rd. Coley with a little bit fresher tires able to complete that pass for 3rd place, so move Kloosterhuis back to 4th. And this group of trucks right here, I mean, it's still getting interesting. You see Mosier moved up ahead and Hamatat moved him up into 6th place here. I don't think there was a situation. I mean, Kelvin does have an opportunity. You should see, I don't think he scored many stage points, so Kelvin wasn't only one of those trucks that had an opportunity to fight for 3rd in points. I don't think he had much. I don't think he had many stage points because Hamatat didn't win the stage, so he got 10 points there. So I don't know, that 3rd place battle could be all but done at this point as well, as Hamatat does go on the inside of the 43 machine. And slides right in front of him. Oh, he gets loose. He's loose. And around goes the 48 truck. He's going to be sideways. Oh, he's around and there's our caution. There we have a caution. Damn, I thought we were going to go caution free here in the last 20 laps. But now this is where strategy gets interesting. And I mean, we saw what happened here. The 48 truck was sent in there. Sent into the corner. I mean, the 43 kind of gave him a lane, but he's... I mean, he didn't slide up either. Did he have the apron? Did he clip that apron at all? No, it doesn't look like he clipped the apron. I think the truck was just loose from the moment he sent in there. And then trying to lock it down is when he completes a spin. Now I have to do the correct thing here. We need to go onto the cockpit view here and make sure there's no shenanigans going on. Yeah, you can hear it right there. You can tell when the truck is, as you can see. I don't think that's intentional. Right here, gets in there, and then now you can see it just move up the track. Yeah, it's loose right there. And then, yeah, it just got loose on him. I mean, that's all that really happened to him. He just got loose. Nothing really can... I mean, nothing you can really... The setup is just loose. I mean, I know drivers were talking about during practice tonight. When I was watching practice, they were saying how loose the setup is, and I mean, it's... I mean, I haven't drove it, so I can't really tell you. I just know all season long, these subs at tracks we've gone where we know we've had updated subs between season 3 and season 4 of the iRacing builds. I mean, the subs get updated when I say it's the potential that these subs do, like we've seen, like when we saw it at what was the second race of the season? The second race of the season was Old Atlantis. We didn't have that on the schedule. We went to... You saw it when we went to Vegas. We saw it when we went to Kansas. We didn't go to Vegas. You saw it when we went to Kansas. I didn't get Wilkesboro. You saw it at Bristol. I mean, you saw these setups are built loose. So when these guys are out here practicing one night, they get experience with these loose trucks. So, I mean, and then it's just some moments where it just decides, hey, we're going to snap loose here. Like now, in case of habitat, when you, I don't know if it was just difference of dirty air there or not, it caused him to just snap loose as well. I'm not. It's really confusing to know what really happened to him there. But looking at things, you see a couple trucks that choose to stay out on the racetrack. You see that the 33 own 943 and 13 all chose to stay on the racetrack. Patterson does gain a spot on pit road. This looks a little bit longer stop for a couple of guys around pit road. 25 to 03. Spent a little bit more time on pit road. But that might just be a situation for more fuel need to be going there. There is that. But yeah, the lights are off on the iRacing.com pace truck. Could this be the last time we see the iRacing.com official pace truck on the 2023 season? Are we now in a situation where cautions breed caution, where everything goes out the window here in the next 12 laps? That's an interesting thing to see here. But for this restart, potentially could be the last restart of the year. We will see Matson, Coley, Mosier, Mills, Patterson, Hash, Kloosterhuis, Boyles, Ott, and Quick. That'll be Preston Ott by way in ninth. Then you see Gregory, Sawyer, Branden Kloosterhuis, who was part of that last caution there. The last guy's on the lap, then Rittenauer is a lap down. And then, unfortunately, I think we lost Gale at some point tonight. Gale has called it a night tonight, so 2 trucks are out of the race tonight, which we hate to see. But yet again, potentially for the last time on the 2023 season, do we see the iRacing.com pace truck pull off the racetrack here, giving Coley and Matson the Geico restart zones for back racing here from Homestead. We saw a little bit of a stack up. I don't know if that is because he was using auto blip there for the 13 truck, but we're going to have a 3-wide battle here as Kloosterhuis goes up the middle. But it doesn't get to work here as Patterson's able to get right in front of him here. As Coley's still out front, no issue there on the restart for him. But here comes Matson to the inside. How long can these guys are on a little bit older tires withstand the guys on new tires? As here comes Pamatat. He saw Pamatat there go to the bottom lane, and he was making moves almost on the apron there off of 4. What a bold move there by the 48 machine. As Coley loses the lead here to Matson, but now he's being challenged by the 43 truck here for second. When we come off of 4 this time, with 10 laps to go in the season. Oh, 43 gets loose. Oh, he's going to have to try to defend both lines here. So I think we're going to be 3 wide going to 1. 10 laps to go. 45 bottom, 33 top, 43 middle. Now it's going to be 03, 43, 40, 03, 33, 43 here in the sandwich now. As here goes Coley looking the inside of 45 machine into 3. Oh, the 33 washes up the track. Oh, that could have been a huge moment there for their points leader. 43 into the wall. Come to the line, 9 laps to go. The 33 and the 03 make contact. Things are starting to heat up. Like I said, I don't think that could have been their last caution. As the 25 goes to the bottom of the 03, he slides up the track in front of the 03, no problem, up to 3rd. Oh, the 48 truck, he's trying to rebound as quick as he can. He's back up to 6th here. Slicing dicing his way through the field. Now looking on the inside of 33 through 3 and 4. Coming to the line, 8 laps to go. He needs something to happen to Patterson here soon. I don't want that to happen. I want... Man. But Storm has caught the 09 machine as we now have a battle for the race lead in turn 3. Patterson's able to clear. He's able to slide up if he wants to. Coming off the turn 4. Coming to 7 laps to go. New leader. Repeat leader. I don't know what lap number this is for him to lead tonight. But he's back out front in that 45 machine as the 09 goes low. Matson's able to slide up and stay behind second place here. And I think that might be all she wrote for Matson here in second. As here comes the 25. He's closing in on the 09 machine. Off of 4. 6 laps to go. Both the 09 and the 25 are on the high line here. The 25 is going to go ahead and sneak below the 09 machine. As they're going to be 3 wide here for second. Well, these guys battle for second. The 25 machine, the 45 machine is just going to drive away. Oh, and they were 3 wide going into 3. 25 prevails to split hair here. Coming to the line. 5, and I mean it, 5 laps to go. 25's in second, 45's out front. 48, by the way, is also in that battle for that third place in points. After he spun to bring out the last caution, he's worked his way back up to 5th. Now he's going to challenge Matson here for 4th. 48 to the low lane. When we come off of turn number 4, there'll be 4 laps to go in the season. Habitat up to 4th. Oh, 03 truck just following that 25 very carefully here. Gonna get a little bit lower than him. See if we can get a little bit of a better run here off of the corner. As they're starting to close in on the 45 just a hair. And that number starts to go back up here. As we go through 3 and 4 for the 4th to final time here. When we do come to the line, 3 to go. 3 laps to go for the 45 machine. 0.8 of a second was the gap that time into turn number 1. Things are starting to heat up here for second. I mean, they were starting to boil, but it's really starting to boil now. 03 thought for a second he could send down the inside there, but doesn't really have the room to send him there. He's going to go ahead and maintain that spot here, but now he's going to be challenged by the 48 truck. As we come off of turn number 3, we're coming to the penultimate lap. We're coming to 2 laps to go. I did something mechanical or something will need to happen for Branden here at this point. 03 truck's loose. He saves it. 48 truck, I think, is going to go ahead and complete pass here for 3rd. But we're through 3 and 4 for the second to last time. Off of turn 4, the flag man has the white flag in his hand. 1 lap to go, sponsored by nobody. As there it is. Just a few more corners to go. There's nothing any of these guys can do. That hammering you hear is the sound of the nail of the final coffin in the hopes and dreams of the Chase contenders' chances of upsetting Storm Patterson and winning the 7th season of the Iron Thunder Racing League Truck Series champion. Off of turn number 4, Storm Patterson will be the first 3-peat winner in the Truck Series championship. Alright, it's with my honor to pull up into the booth. He's continuing to burn it down. I don't see smoke on those tires anymore. Oh, he drives right through there. But we'll pull up for the first time as your two-time Iron Thunder Racing League Truck Series champion, the 45 machine of Storm Patterson.
Hey, buddy.
Man, I've talked to you too many times this year, man. But this time it's a good time. We're celebrating your championship.
I know, man. What a year, right? 7 wins. Oh, man, to top this thing off with the championship means so much. God, what a year.
And you ran a perfect race tonight. I mean, you had a battle there early on with Branden. I mean, he led the first X amount of laps, and then here you come, go out there and lead the next 20-something until we get to that first caution and the stage. And after that, I mean, you had to fight through the field, but you were consistent top 4 truck all night long, man.
Yeah, we made a mistake there under the first green flag pit stops. We underfueled and we had to save really hard, so we lost a little bit of track position. But
oh no. This could be a first. Well, we'll give him a split second here just in case. So I think he might have had a disconnection issue there, right there. All right, we'll move him and hopefully we'll pull him back up in here and get that rest of that interview. That's an interesting one. Let me see if he. No connection issue. Is he lagging out right now? Oh, yeah, he has a quality of 19. Yeah, he's in the process of being upload disconnected. That sucks, man. We're having his winter interview. So we'll give him a couple moments here, and we'll see. We'll pull him back up here in just a split second. Nope, there it goes. It finally says he's had enough. But we were talking to our 7th season champion, Storm Patterson, who had connection issues and what.
All right, we're back. We're back.
Oh, thank goodness! I didn't know what to do there, man. All right, where were we? Where were we?
It waited until after the checkered flag.
Man, that's a great timing, man. Imagine coming off of turn number 4, and then all of a sudden, all you see is nothing.
I know.
What would you have done in that moment?
Thrown up, cried. I don't know. I think Branden would have beat me in points then. I think if that were to happen, I'm not 100% sure, but God, that would have been awful. They picked the right time to do that. And what a year, Alex! What a year! 7 wins, just fantastic, dude. Absolutely fantastic.
That was a fantastic season, not only here in the Truck Series, but he had a pretty decent Premier Series, finishing second in points there. And then in the Rush Series, you were in a chase contender in the Rush Series.
I didn't make the Final 4, but I did have a really good season. I had a really bad round of 8 in Rush, but
an all-around full 2023 Iron Thunder Racing League season, you've had a fantastic year.
Yeah, I think it's been around 16 wins or something like that. This season definitely inflated it. 7 wins definitely inflates that stat, but what a year. I think, I could be wrong, but last week you told me that I had to win 1 more to break the record, I think. So I'm not sure if we broke the most.
Yes, I think that was the conversation we had last week. Was wins in the season.
So I think we broke that record too. So what a year. This whole year, all 2023.
That was trading pace. I don't need to open that. We can open up Dan Lisa right now and confirm.
But yeah, this whole season in trucks has just been the dream season, honestly. The few races we didn't win, we had mechanical issues, and almost happened tonight too. So that was the biggest worry, and I think that's going to be the priority number 1 going into the off season, is try to figure out the issues I'm having. so we don't have to have that worry on the top of our head. But yeah, man, I got nothing to complain about. Came out at Homestead, whooped some ass, man.
That you did. I know you have some sponsors you'd like to go thank before I go let you down in there and try to pump up. I think I pulled Branden up in the booth because he did finish second tonight. So go down there and celebrate with your teammates and whatnot. Is there anyone like to give a quick shout out to, a quick little thank you for? The floor is yours for the next whatever you stop talking, man.
Of course. Mark Harris with Skybox NASCAR. One of the biggest supporters I have, and I really thank him for everything he's done for me. You can listen to Lanecoin podcast on Spotify, Powertrade.com, Odd Company, everyone at JCOM. I know I say it week in, week out, but man, those guys are special, and no one else I'd rather be working with. Glad I was able to battle for a truck championship with Branden, and yeah, man, we'll go into Premiere next year, and we'll go whip some ass too.
That you hopefully do. I hope they'll be up there taking some of those fights with you, man.
Yes, sir. I hope so.
Well, congratulations on winning your second Iron Thunder Racing League Truck Series champion. Go celebrate, but don't go celebrate too hard. It is a Monday night. You have to wake up tomorrow, man.
Oh hell, I don't got class till 11 o'clock. So
I mean, you still have to wake up at some point. I mean, you can't party too hard tonight.
We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna freaking celebrate, man.
Well, do it responsibly, man. And yet again,
sir.
Congratulations and on an excellent season you had.
Thank you, buddy.
As we get ready to get done celebrating the champion, now this is probably going to be one of the harder interviews to do because I know Branden's probably going to have a little bit of an upset voice in tone in his voice, but he does come home second tonight in the race and second in the championship. Oh, you're there. Hello.
How's it going? I was going to say I didn't go anywhere.
Well, I didn't expect you to go anywhere, man. We get to talk to you yet again.
I was waiting for you, man. How's it going?
Oh, it was going great. I thought I was going to pull you up a little bit sooner when Storm had his connection issue there. But
yeah, perfect time, eh?
Very perfect time. I mean, you got the burnout done and everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's right at the exact time computer was telling him to get out and celebrate. But, it's good for him, man. I tried my hardest. I messed up a little bit on that restart and cost me a chance at the win. But we got a pole, right? So
you earned yourself
some positives.
You did earn yourself some bonus points tonight. You got the pole. You led a lap. I think you actually might have finished with the fastest lap of the race.
I was giving it my all there. There's no doubt about that, man. So I leading some laps. I went out and qualifying, and I don't know where that lap came from. I just somehow made it work and got a pole. I can't even remember the last time I got a pole, so I'm super happy about that. But man, just long season, great for JCOM. Got a team, got the team championship. You definitely can't be upset at that, and second's nothing to be ashamed of.
Now, second place is nothing to be ashamed of. You do have a win on this season. I mean, yet again, it's another one of those, I'm going to say, heartbreaking championship finishes for you. I mean, we saw it earlier on this season for the Rush Championship. I mean, you had a chance there late in the race there with a different point system to win that championship. And tonight, you did come out and give it your all. Seeing you.
Oh yeah, well, it was pretty rough from the point standpoint for me. So I pretty much came in here just trying to win the race and have a good time, and that's what I did there. And it was a fairly clean race. You can't complain. So I'd like to thank everybody watching, and yeah, man, thanks for your awesome broadcast, like always. Right?
Oh yeah, it's a blast watching you guys go out here and make some of the moves you made this season.
We definitely tried putting on a show here at Homestead tonight, that's for sure. It was a lot of fun. A lot of hard racing, a lot of clean racing. Really appreciate everybody that came out. It was amazing. Me and Storm there flipping the lead how many times, and then Pam Attack came in and joined the fun, and then that one yellow that flipped the tire strategy, and everything just went mad, and it was a lot of fun.
you guys tonight proved why this track should be championship in real life on a sim.
It definitely provides a great show. You know, we get to use all the lanes, as you can clearly show, and yeah, like I haven't had this much fun on a track in a long time. This was amazing.
It was amazing to watch. Now I can kind of hear the tiredness in your voice because you do probably have to be up in like 7 hours, 8 hours, something like that.
Working man like always, right? But
right. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before I let you go and celebrate with your team down there and that team championship and everything?
Sawyer for putting all this together, and JCOM and Dresden and Storm. You know, congratulations to Storm, amazing championship. Just truly came out and spanked us this season, not just this race. So it's been a really great performance, and seeing him come out and really show what he can do. So it's going to be fun here in the future, and yeah, I hope to be in a Classic Series or Rush Series or whatever comes next, right?
Well, I have an idea what I want to do come January. I just need to probably talk it over with the higher ups and see if we can fit it in there, because we have some time to kill between now and the start premiere. Like a lot of time.
Well, you know, it's if anybody's watching and sees the ITRL Discord vehicle out in the open lobby, don't be afraid to say hey and talk to us and see if you can maybe come out. We always want more numbers, so hopefully we can use this time, try to get a couple more guys and see if we can have a packed field for Daytona there.
Well, hopefully we can do that, man. Congratulations on your P2 finish tonight, your P2 finish in the championship and your team championship, man. I look forward to talking to you over this off season when we got downtime.
Oh, it's going to be awesome, man, and I can't wait to see you back out on the track. And for anyone there, don't be afraid to go look at that QR code if you want to come and join us. More the merrier.
You can scan that QR. I think you can scan that QR code from this position right now. You'll probably be able to.
I believe you can get.
The broadcast is over.
You should be able to get the one on the rear decal, and I believe the one on the rear bumper works. So.
Well, I'm talking about what it's currently seeing on my screen.
I get you, bud.
Yeah. Well, yet again, congratulations on your finish tonight, man, and on your season. We'll look forward to chatting later.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to you in a bit there. Thanks for everybody to watch, and I guess I should go grab some Gatorade and just go celebrate, eh?
Oh, yeah, you should do that, man. Woo! As that was our second place finisher and second in points, Branden Kloosterhuis. And yet again, we get to talk to this man in a third place finishing position. And I'm pretty sure when everything's all said and done, you're third place in points, Brandon Pamatat.
What's going on?
You're there. I'm 3 for 3 for people being there. That's cool. Well, first off, you seem like you had a pretty well long run truck tonight. And I saw there end of that first little green flag stint we had there. You were closing in on Brandon Storm while they're battling there for the lead, and then you're slowly reeling in Storm before that caution came out. Would you say you had a pretty good long run truck, or would you say it's just an equal truck all around?
No, definitely. I love Miami in terms of the long run speed that I have here. I seem to do really well with it. We had, I think, arguably one of the best long run trucks tonight compared to some of the field. You know, we just needed more laps on a fuel run, and we definitely would have pulled out a decent bit. There was one run where we burned up the rears because we got loose in 3 and 4, and I pretty much had to drift the entire thing, so that killed a little momentum. But yeah, the long run speed really was key here on a intense run, I guess, trying to fight for position, you know, maintain your things and go from there. But genuinely, it was definitely a clean race, and I want to congratulate Storm on a amazing season. Guy was pretty much Verstappen in the trucks, and you know, really good race tonight.
It was an amazing race. We saw a lot of amazing racing going on throughout the whole entire truck season, man. If you had to rate your whole entire 2023 season from Premier, Rush, GT3, and Truck, where would you rate it?
Probably like out of 10.
I don't care, whatever scale you want to use, man.
So I guess 1 to 10, I would rate it a 6. Um, I'm only, I guess, putting myself so low is because there was a lot of unfortunate events that were out of my control. We had a really, really rough start to the truck season in terms of wrecks. We got collected in what seemed like Cody Ware wrecks every week,
Hey,
and that really
we can't
killed
mention
our
that name,
points.
man. That name.
And we got involved in redacted wrecks.
There we go.
But we really put on the momentum at the end of the season, and we really fought for that and climbed from out of the chase to third. GT3 made a bunch of mistakes in that one, but was pretty strong, and I don't even remember the other two. But
yeah, they happened so long ago, man.
Kind of wish I could redo the first half of the season over. I think it definitely would have been a lot closer of a title fight between the three of us. And I really think it, with the right, layouts in the beginning of the season and avoiding the wrecks, I think it could have been a winner takes it all type of situation.
I think so too, man. Because you three and Brainstorm and you just seem to be probably the three most consistent trucks when everything was all said and done. I mean, we saw Cherry and Dingler there, but they had their issues and whatnot throughout the chase. So I mean, you three probably had the best chances of going out there and getting ourselves like a 2011 chase finale type of finish if everything went right those first couple weeks, and we'll just ignore what happened at Bristol.
Yeah, definitely. Those, like you just said, those two guys, Storm and Branden, I feel like we were, essentially dooring each other every week, no matter where we went. I have the most respect for those two guys because week in and week out, it's really clean racing. Like, sure, we make mistakes here and there, but at the end of the day, you look at the clean laps more than a mistake lap, and I really can't be more proud of the respect and hard racing that's between the three of us, no matter what track it is and who it's between. You saw a great example tonight. Even though the championship was technically out of my hands, I was still going for the race win, and there was unbelievable battles, in my opinion. I was tunnel vision on half these runs just because it was so intense, and we wanted to keep maintaining our spots and gain as many points as we can just to ensure that we finished maybe where we came in or one higher.
That is very much true. I saw it week in and week out as well. Before we go ahead and let you go tonight, I know there's a couple people who are probably still watching this. I know that you had a family member earlier in chat saying nice stage win. So anyone like to give a quick shout out to you, a quick thank you for Floyd's
Yeah, of course. I do want to start this off by, obviously congratulating Storm. Again, hell of a championship from him. Really dominated this season. Had tons of great races, even a ton of great races with unfortunate endings. But, he showed up week in and week out, pretty much being the dominant truck. So he definitely deserved this one. I do want to thank Branden Kloosterhuis as well. Like I said before, really a lot of respect between us in terms of hard racing, and it's always clean. And then I want to move on to thanking my dad, week in, week out, watching, supporting, giving tips, lessons, you name it. There's one thing that he does, and it's he's there for the races. And with the new scheme we put on the Miller Place Fire Department, so I want to shout them out. Keeping the community safe, one call at a time, I guess. And I want to shout out my boys at work. They're always watching, supporting, cracking jokes. So it's always good to talk about the post race with them. And lastly, I want to thank you, Alex, for the amazing broadcast this season. Did an amazing job. I've had multiple people say the same thing. And we always love going back, watching replays, and seeing what a person not in the truck thinks of what we're doing. And to close it out, I want to thank the league. Great season, so many great battles, a lot of respect. I do think we have room to clean up, but that's literally everything, no matter what you're doing from real life to this. But I am looking forward to the future and what's to come, and I think that another championship is right on the tip of our tongue.
Well, I'll agree with that. It seemed like you're starting to get into that championship form, running consistent. When we be one of those drivers we need to watch out for when we come to Premier and Rush next season, man. Congratulations on your P3 finish tonight, your P3 finish in the Truck Series Championship. Great season. I look forward to talking to you again probably at some point this week, man.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
As that was our third place finish tonight. Your rest of your field tonight goes Kevin Hash in 4th, Adam Boyles 5th, Dave Masson 6th, Sawyer at 7th, Kevin Mosier 8th, Treston at 9th, and Matt Quick 10th. We see Brian Mills, Megan Gregory, and Josh Cully round out your top 13 here on the racetrack. 3 trucks do finish multiple laps down tonight, and Rittenauer, Gale, and Paul Majifka. And that does it. That's a wrap on league racing, point paying racing for the Anything Racing League here in the year 2023. I mean, we've seen two-time champions come out of this season, man, in both Ray and Storm. We see Will LaRue get his Rush Series championship. We've seen Eric Chapeau with his GT3 Series championship. A lot of great racing that went on this year, and I'm proud of getting to come out here and broadcast some of it and whatnot. As for what we got coming up on the schedule, best bet is to come into the Discord, the Iron Thunder Racing League Discord. I know I have some things on my mind. I know that I think the third season of the Classic Series is on my mind. Maybe like some one-off events we could potentially come out here and do. You just need to look in the Discord and see that information. But that does it. 2023 Iron Thunder Racing League season in the book. We'll be back in 2024. And this is goodbye for now. We'll see you guys soon.